When we talked about what is the vision and national service, I think it does not begin or should not begin at the high school level. I think it needs to go to the primary school level.
Leveraging and launching our creative industries in the country.
That's gotten mixed reviews.
Well, I think what got mixed reviews is not the concept, but the labeling.
What we do today will affect those coming after us.
Thieves drive away with close to $40,000 worth of merchandise.
Somebody stolen 4 of our vans.
A major setback for the airport gateway project. You may find it hard to believe this story. The opposition leader talks CCTV and privacy.
You must weigh the pros and the cons.
Plus, the government providing a number of free summer camps to kids.
We put the camps in areas that are central to every community within the capital.
I'm Nikia DeVoe, and this is NB12 Weekend. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us this Saturday here at Cable 12 Studios. More than a mile of newly paved road on John F. Kennedy Drive between the Gladstone Road roundabout and the entrance to Westridge was dug up during the early morning hours. And we're told this was not a part of the plan for the $72 million airport gateway project and has left officials stunned. A stretch of road along Lake Cunningham that once looked like this, take a look at that smooth road there on your screen, now looks like this, dug up or dig up as the song goes, and pretty much destroyed. We're not sure if you can tell from the footage, but it's quite a long stretch of road. According to sources close to the airport gateway project, it will take millions of dollars to repair the damage. When NB12 went to take a look at it for ourselves this afternoon, we saw the machine that was used to cause the damage. This Caterpillar D8 was discarded in bushes on the lake shore, leaving behind a trail of destruction. Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Works Colin Higgs told us today that the machine was left in the median when workers got off yesterday, but, quote, someone obviously jumped on there and went on the warpath. Higgs says right now they don't know who's responsible for digging up the newly paved road or what time it happened, but the incident has been reported to police. When asked if the incident will cause another major setback for the project, Higgs said maybe not so much in terms of time, but definitely in terms of cost. However, he said it is too soon to put a price tag on the damage. Higgs said it is possible that the contractor's insurance will absorb that cost, but that will be determined after a full investigation. Now, this is another blow to the project, which was already dealing with delays due to significant challenges. Last month, Chief Engineer at the Ministry of Works, David Bullock, revealed that contractors were forced to change plans after a badly corroded 20-inch ductile iron main was identified under the new road construction. To avoid the road collapsing in the future, the pipe had to be removed, stretching the project 6 more weeks. After that delay, contractors were still hoping to meet a September deadline. Now, there's no word yet on whether this latest incident will change the projected completion date. China State Construction Company is building the highway along with Bahamian workers. The project encompasses 6.2 miles of road running from Windsor Field to the 6-leg roundabout on JFK Drive. Now, we'll continue to follow this story and bring you all the latest information when it becomes available. Well, the owner of a used car dealership on Robinson Road was also shocked by what he found this morning. He is counting his losses after thieves drove 4 of his vehicles off the lot early this morning. In addition to anger, the businessman said he's also frustrated with the state of crime in the country and its effect on small businesses. Paige McCartney has more.
Solomon Ubo, proprietor of S&L Motors, was shocked by what he discovered when he got to work today. He said just like every weekend, he stopped first at the restaurant across the street from his business to get breakfast. And it wasn't until he looked across the street that his heart sank.
I stopped by Big Boy's Cafe to get a breakfast for my son. So on our way coming, then we saw the fence was down. So when we come in here and we call the police and the police came over, we walk into the yard, we find out that somebody stolen 4 of our vans.
Ubo believes the criminals snuck through the bushes and cut a hole into this fence in order to gain entry into his car lot.
Whoever do the stealing came from the back of the fence and broke up the front fence and moved 4 cars. I mean, it take more than 2-3 hours for somebody to move 4 cars. That's what we're asking anybody who see anything between the hour of 3 to 5 o'clock this morning should please call the police to assist, That's a big loss.
The thieves made off with 4 Honda Odyssey vans, years 2002 and 2003, 3 in white and 1 purple. Ubo said the vehicles have a combined value of $38,000 that he now has to count as a loss from his bottom line. The businessman, whose fenced-in lot was secured with barbed wire, security cameras, and proper lighting, said he's frustrated that the criminals went to the lengths they did to steal his products.
So frustrating, that a small island like this, somebody could come into somebody's yard and stole about 4 cars and nobody see nothing and nobody want to say anything. I mean, it's heartbroken this morning, for us, for the whole staff. Everybody was like, we don't know what to say, just to fight, trying to move on.
And you say you spoke with police, and police say they believe that there's still some hope, right?
Yeah, police assure me that they will do everything in their power to make sure they will recover the vehicle. So we're praying and hoping that everything will be okay.
Police are asking anyone with information on this robbery who may notice unmarked vehicles matching the description to contact 328 TIPS. Reporting for MB12, I'm Paige McCartney.
While there are numerous benefits of having strategically placed security cameras and closed-circuit television around the island, there are some who have questioned whether they're an invasion of privacy, particularly regarding those cameras placed in or near residential areas. The government's recently implemented $4 million CCTV program involved placing cameras in crime hotspots, but some constituencies have implemented their own similar programs. Opposition leader and Member of Parliament for Killarney, Dr. Hubert Minnis, said although privacy concerns are legitimate, one must weigh the pros and cons.
It's the government's responsibility to ensure safety of its people and to do what is necessary to ensure safety of its people as well as safety of its guests. And I think CCTV is the way to go, in addition to a lot of other things that one would have to introduce. But I think it's a matter of weighing the pros and the cons.
In fact, Minnis said the CCTV program in his constituency is nearly complete, and he believes it will do a lot to stem crime in that area.
I can see the CCTV program expanding, as the government said, throughout the Bahamas, throughout New Providence. And I think it's necessary in terms of the crime that we see. Obviously, it would not stop, but it would act as a deterrent. The individual would know that they are being watched.
And while we're on the topic of crime, you definitely want to pay attention to this. Murders are down 20%. Now that's according to our news team's records for the period January 1st to July 11th. At last report, the murder count stood at 58 compared to the 73 murders recorded up to the same point last year. Minister of State for National Security Keith Bell said the drop represents the largest decrease in the murder count for the year so far, but he said more must be done to reduce crime. Bell said he believes the decrease is a result of the police force's increased focus on prevention rather than detection. He added that the improved number of criminal cases tried so far this year may be a deterrent to crime.